Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2023. Hopefully, everybody had a good holiday, but it is the new year. It is January 1st of 2023. And you know what? I'm doing a New Year's resolution this year. I'm doing a gaming New Year's resolution. Over the past year or two, I've been really getting into video game collecting. Back in the day, I used to trade in all the video games I would have that I beat or whatever for new games. I never kept them. And I've always kind of regretted that. So one of the things, can I say regretted, right? I kind of always regretted that. Why am I not saying that right now? I've always kind of regretted that because I feel like I'm not saying it right still. I always wish I didn't do that. One thing I've been doing is I've been repurchasing my old video game collection, trying to like revisit and stuff like that. But I've also been buying other games that I find on sale, games that I find out randomly that look interesting. And what has happened is my gaming backlog has grown exponentially over the past couple years, to the point where I'm like, all right, this is getting a little ridiculous. So my New Year's resolution for this year is I can't buy any new video games until I go through my backlog. I have to go through my backlog before I'm allowed to buy myself any new games. That's my challenge. That's my resolution for this year. And I want to take you along this journey with me. I hope you will anyway, go with me on this journey. There are a few exceptions to this rule. One is if someone buys me a game for a gift, obviously that's fair game, no pun intended. That's fair use, right? Like I can just play it whenever I feel like it. It doesn't have to get thrown into the list of the backlog. It's his own thing. I think that's fair considering, somebody's getting me a gift. The other thing is I have a series on my movie channel called Screen to Console. The whole idea of this series is to compare movies with their licensed video game tie-ins. If I can speak properly. Since that's a whole other series on that channel, I am going to allow myself to buy games for that series, but I do already have a small stack of games for that series, so I have to finish those before I'm allowed to buy myself any new ones for that series. But those are like kind of the two main rules. Now, there are ways I am going to go through this list. There is a link in the description to a Google Docs form that shows you all of the games on the list, all of them. And there's a lot. It will show you what console I'll be playing them on, what year they released in. And if you scroll down to the bottom, it will have what games I've finished, what current games I've been through. And this is the form that I'm going to be using to keep track as I'm going through this list. And I will pretty much link it to every video that I'm doing, so you can check it out. So there are a few guidelines for this challenge resolution that I'm going to be following. One is this list will be RNG'd, completely random number generated, of what game I will do next. That's how I'm going to be picking what games I'm playing. I will be playing through all of these games live on Twitch. So if you want to go through this series with me, go through these games with me, there's a link in my Twitch, in this description to my Twitch. If you follow me there and turn on the notifications, you'll be notified anytime I go live. I am not going to have a set streaming schedule. This is going to be a pretty casual journey. I'm not a full-time YouTuber or streamer. I work a full-time job, so I'm just fitting this in when I can. So that's why if you do follow me on Twitch, which I hope you do, I hope you will go through this journey with me. Turning on the notifications will let you know when I do go live. Also, I do want to start streaming more in the terms of not only these games, but also Magic. I want to get back into streaming Magic and probably some of my video editing process as well. If you don't want to follow on Twitch, don't have a Twitch, don't worry, everything will be uploaded to YouTube. I will be editing them into individual episodes, so everything will be uploaded to YouTube as well. But if you want to hang out with me going through this thing live, Twitch is where it's going to be at. Also, with this list, I have to play every game at least 2 hours. I think 2 hours is a really fair demo runtime to figure out whether or not if I hate this game. If I'm not liking it in the first 2 hours, I'm probably not going to like it in hour 4 to 10. You know what I mean? If the first 2 hours don't sell me on it and I'm ready to move on, I'm not going to behold myself to stick out and finish the game. I don't have all the time in the world. There's a lot of games on this list, and I want to use my time more efficiently rather than sticking around through a game that I'm absolutely hating or just not having fun with. but I have to do at least 2 hours before I can make that judgment. Once those 2 hours are up, I can abandon the game at 3, 4, 6, 12 hours. It doesn't matter. I can leave the game at any time I want once I'm past those 2 hours. Now, I know for a fact there's some games in here that are less than 2 hours in runtime. Those, if I finish in under 2 hours, I can just move on to the next one. I don't have to keep playing for 2 hours. It's just games that are longer than 2 hours, multiplayer games, bigger games. If I can't get sucked into those first 2 hours, I can bail at any time. There's a lot of weird games on this list, from Nintendo Switch to PC, PS1, 2, 3, and 4. The only console that I have that I'm excluding is the Wii, because I don't have a good Wii setup maybe to like record and stream with. Maybe in the future, if I do get a better setup, the Wii stuff will be thrown into the list, but I doubt it. So right now, the Wii stuff is not going to be into this mix. But there's a good amount of variety of games here that I'm pretty excited for. There are some games here that I have played through before in the past. These are games that I haven't played in a long time, like Army of Two's number 8. I've played through Army of Two, but it's been years, so I would like to revisit it. There's a couple games like Battlefield 4 that we have played through on the channel a long time ago that I'm going to be revisiting, going through some of the Battlefield games. And if a game like Battlefield, let's say number 19, that Battlefield 3 gets picked, I have to do Battlefield Bad Company first. So the idea is any game that has a trilogy, like Batman, the Arkham games, if Origins gets picked, I have to start with Asylum. So any games as part of a franchise, I have to do that first game in that franchise before I move on. The one exception is with Sonic games, I can just do Dr. Robotnik's Bean Machine without doing the other Sonic games, but well, yeah, like everything else I have to do from order of the franchise release date kind of thing, I think is how I have it set up. So that's how I'm going through that. Also, a little update for all you people who watch me for Magic the Gathering. I currently do Magic the Gathering 3 times a week. I'm going to be trying something different. So with trying something different with Magic the Gathering, I will be uploading it probably once a week. But again, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try a different video format, and hopefully you will enjoy it. I will be streaming Magic on Twitch now too, and then the idea is I'll be streaming on Twitch, editing it into a better, more digestible video for once a week. That's the idea anyway with doing that. So hopefully you will check that out as well. But let's figure out what our first game is going to be diving into this. What's going to be the first game to jump into this this challenge? And this is the way I'm going to be doing it. Make sure I got 262 picked. That's right. Yeah, okay. This is how I'm going to be going through this list, game after game. So let's see what game number 1 is going to be. 258. So our first game we're going to play is Wolfenstein Youngblood. So that means it's going to be Wolfenstein The New Order. We are going to be revisiting Wolfenstein The New Order on PS4. The other two are on PC. So Wolfenstein The New Order is the game I'm going to be starting, and I'll be starting this, I believe, Monday. Yeah, probably Monday night. So you want to follow me on Twitch in that link below if you want to, and check out the Google Doc that will keep you updated as we go through this list. I'm excited to start this. I'm really excited. So hopefully it'll be a good time, and hopefully you'll go along this journey with me. Happy New Year's, everybody. And I'll catch you all later. Peace.